The Rams beat the Panthers 34-31 in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs, and I want to dive into the film and look at some of my favorite plays for the game and how the Rams ultimately beat the Panthers. Let's dive into it. Okay, you see here on this first play, we're going to come out in a 2x2 formation here, and I really want you to look at Puka Nacua here. He's going to have this deep dig route that's supposed to, if this is cover 4, he's supposed to get on top of this linebacker underneath these safeties, be an easy type of completion there. But if it's cover 3, it can raise a little bit of trouble for us just because the only other route we have on this side of the field is going to be a quick little route to the flat right here by Colby Parkinson. But I want you to watch what Puka Nacua does on this play, because what he ends up doing on this play is what a lot of young receivers should be doing. Right? He works his way back to the football. Watch, runs this dig, they come out in cover 3, and they kind of have 21 almost man marking him with his deep zone right here, right? So if Puka continues to run this dig, it's clearly going to be box right here because we have a safety. But what Puka ends up doing, he gets past this defender and he breaks down back towards the quarterback because he knows that he can win this foot race with this safety back towards Matthew Stafford. Watch Stafford do a great job of hanging in there and completing the pass for a touchdown. This is just a great play right here by the two of those guys. Okay, let's check it out from the end zone view here because I think this just does it even more justice. Watch. Stafford's panicking a little, doesn't know where to go with it. Puka Nacua comes back to him, makes it an easy completion for his quarterback. Okay, on this next play right here, we're going to have the defense showing us that they're in cover 3. Right, so once the defense shows that they're in cover 3, our main priority is to hit them up the seams because that's the most open place against cover 3. You want to hit them in this seam right here. You want to hit them in this seam right here, right? So how are they going to play us? Well, we see that this is the strong side of the formation. We got 3 wide receivers lined up right here. So this middle field safety is going to naturally rotate this way, and that's why he lines up on this hash right here. So our job is we're going to use our tight end to pull this corner, J.C. Horn, out the play, and then we're going to take Puka Nacua, who's lined up in the backfield here, and we're going to run him on a route that strategically puts him in this hole, and Matthew Stafford's going to do a great job looking this defender off to get him open. So we're going to run him on this kind of C-type route that you typically see run to the corner, but we're going to let him do it kind of over the middle here because he's going to be one-on-one with the safety, and all he has to do is break in on this safety. Matthew Stafford's going to look this way to make this hook defender right here in the middle drift a little bit this way, and he just hits Puka on that end breaker right there. Check this out. Just a heck of a play right there by the two of those guys. Easy touchdown right there. Came out looking really dominant. Okay, on this next play we're going to look at right here, once again the defense is showing us cover 3 again pre-snap, so rotating to the middle of the field, up, up. We're going to drop into a little bit of a hook right here, and why that's so important is because, once again, they always favor the strong side of the formation or the side that they deem the biggest threat. So we have Davante Adams in the slot on this side, and we have Colby Parkinson in the slot on this side. Who are they going to deem a bigger threat? Obviously Davante Adams, and we have J.C. Horn, probably top 5 corner in football on this side. So this safety is going to naturally still kind of stay in the middle because we got a balanced formation right here, but he's going to kind of favor Davante's side more. So how are we going to exploit it? We're going to run Puka on this kind of out and up to keep J.C. Horn on the sideline, and then we're going to take Tyler Higbee, my bad, I don't know why I said Colby Parkinson, and we're going to run him directly up this seam. We want to get him on top of the linebackers, and we want to kind of hit him in the soft spot up the seam in cover 3. Watch Matthew Stafford throw him an incredible football right here. Some impressive stuff. Great throw, great catch. Man, we could have almost had a touchdown there, even if Matthew Stafford maybe puts a slightly better ball on us, or if Higbee just keeps his balance. I mean, that was a heck of a play right there by the Rams, though. You see this explosive offense that no one in the NFL really wants to have to deal with. Okay, on this next one right here, we're going to have a 3rd and 6. So Panthers are trying to catch us off guard. They're going to blitz J.C. Horn right here from the outside corner spot right here guarding Davante Adams, which means they're going to roll this safety down to play man-on-man with Davante. We're going to have our cover 1 safety back here, and then we've got man up across the board, right? And when we do that, their main goal is to get pressure on Matthew Stafford quick so that this safety doesn't have to deal with Davante Adams. Well, ends up blocking this up really, really well because we have the running back on this side who can kind of help out, right? So we're going to run an out and up right here with Davante Adams, and that's going to get us wide open, and Matthew Stafford just missed the throw. This could have been a lot worse than it was. Even the announcers were really shocked at how close the Panthers really kept this game because it should have gotten out of hand pretty early on in the first half. Okay, on this next play right here, we're going to come out in 3-by-1 formation, 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back on the field. we're going to motion Puka Nacua over. This on a 2nd and 7 here. And what that motion told us is, hey, they're not in man. What they're actually going to be in pre-snap, what our reads have told us, is cover 3. But they're going to run cover 3 match, which has man mark principles. But we're cool with that because we're going to run Puka on this deep dig that pushes way past the linebackers and turns this into man coverage down the field with this outside third. And anytime you have a dig with an outside third who has to guard you 25, 30 yards down the field, our wide receiver is going to win on that almost every single time. But Matthew Stafford, once again, just barely misses his throw here. And man, that could have been another big gain for this Rams team. So you see they left a lot of stuff on the table here against the Panthers, but still great on the Panthers keeping this game close. Okay, now we're going to have one of my favorite plays of the game here because it's great quarterbacking by Matthew Stafford. We're going to use our snap count here, and it's going to show us, hey, we got these guys blitzing off the edge. Matthew Stafford's going to check the play. He's going to slide the protection to the left here because we know they're coming. That means that we've got guys at least dropping in the middle. Probably the 2 most athletic guys in the middle if we've had to guess, because it looks like we've got man coverage or cover 3 on the back end. We don't really know for sure, but we're going to trust that Davante Adams, whichever one of these guys is dropping out to his zone, we're going to run him on a dig. And the reason we're going to do that is because if they're playing these zones, we can hit them in between the zones. And if they're not playing zones, if they're playing man coverage, Davante's going to get a chance to cross their face and beat them inside, okay? So watch just this heck of a ball by Matthew Stafford. Great job recognizing what play the defense is in with that snap count and making some stuff happen. Okay, let's look at this from the end zone view. Watch how good this shallow cross concept works with Puka going on a little short drag underneath Davante, pulling the linebacker who could possibly get in the way, and then wide open right there to Davante. Could have put a slightly better ball on him and let him get a little more yak, but still great throw and catch right there. Okay, now let's look at Matthew Stafford's interception in the game. So pre-snap, we see here that could be man coverage, could be cover 3, could be cover 4. We've got a 3rd and long right here, right? So obviously they're not going to be running Tampa 2 or anything like that. That's going to kind of give us a bunch of room to work with right here. We got a few tells though. We've got outside leverage here by J.C. Horn. Okay, so we understand that they're probably in some form of zone right here with that, or they have somebody work in the middle maybe right here, so he's playing outside leverage and they're 1-2 and passing off Puka Nacua here. And what that tells us is, hey, we've got an island out here with Davante, so we're going to try to run this kind of fake post corner right here. And we're going to try to bend it outside, and usually Davante can kind of cook any corner on him. That's what's made this Rams offense so hard to stop. But you see here, he gets undercut. Matthew Stafford doesn't throw the best football in the world right here. And it really puts us in a position to where if we lead this ball up the field, we probably have a touchdown. But Matthew Stafford's throwing it with the anticipation like he's supposed to, expecting Davante to win a little better. So this is one of those situations where you just got to understand the other guys get paid too. And this was the Panthers' play of the game, in my opinion. And this is what really helped them hang around in it. Because it's 20-17 right here. If we pick that up and score a touchdown, this game's over. Right, so great play right there by Mike Jackson. Okay, last play I want to look at here for the Rams. I want to look at Matthew Stafford's should-be interception that Puka Nacua broke up, okay? So why do I want to look at this? Because pre-snap, based off the shell they're giving us, it looks like we've got cover 4. Okay, against cover 4, there are a couple things we can do, but as I mentioned earlier, we want to kind of get players on top of the linebackers and in front of the safeties, typically on skinny posts, digs, things of that nature, right? So we're going to have a play called up right here. We run this guy outside, take this corner out to play. We're going to run a deep dig where we get on top of the linebacker and break inside kind of underneath these safeties, right? That's what's supposed to happen. And thus, on this other side right here, we kind of have this route where we kind of sit in the zone right here, and then we're kind of letting Puka cook. So he's going to run out and then up, and then he's going to try to cut it back out again because he's just trying to find the open space for Matthew Stafford. He should look to this side of the field, and we should look back and hit Tyler Higbee as soon as he breaks on this dig right here because that should be open, right? But Stafford kind of forces this ball to Puka here. I didn't like it, especially because it's 3rd and 1, and the worst thing we could do here, down 4 on 3rd and 1, is to give the Panthers the ball on a pick. So great play there by Puka breaking that up and really saving the Rams in this playoff game because I think they lost if he catches that interception. Okay, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you made it to the very end because I'm going to be going through all the playoff games for the rest of the NFL playoffs, and I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite film from all of the games. So thanks for watching, and see ya.